Welcome once again and welcome back, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. Can you believe it? It is episode 3, the conclusion of Gem to Max Town Hall 15 in Clash of Clans with your fellow fan Galadon. So yes, this is it. Many of you said it couldn't be done. Many of you said it shouldn't be done. But I think we have arrived at a decision that will make everyone happy. And you know what makes me happy? Yes, you using code Galadon. Again, it is pretty much thanks to you guys and the channel sponsors, the people that help out in the live streams, and I will shout them out in just a minute, that we can do stuff like this. It's crazy, it's obscene, it's... Okay, some say it's a waste of money, but don't worry, we are giving to good causes as well. So yes, today's video is completely dedicated to gemming Town Hall 15 walls. So, you know, I guess many of you have already clicked away at this point because that seems kind of ridiculous to completely dedicate an 8-minute video to walls, but you know, there's a lot of walls. There's 200 walls, and at 8 million each, that's 1.6 billion in resources. But hey, the Gold Pass gives us an amazing 20% discount. It takes it down to a meager 1.28 billion in gold and elixir. And no, we can't use dark elixir to upgrade walls, and it looks like it's never going to happen. But okay, yes, now I love the look of the walls. I think they are the best looking walls ever, and they definitely are going to look much better. No, I'm not asking for all 325 to be done, but it will look much better when, of course, everything is upgraded. Now, we used wall rings as much as we could, and for the most part, I'm going to fast forward through a lot of this because it's just repetitive stuff of going through the wall upgrades, right? Now, I used League medals, I used the Gold Pass wall rings, I had 175 saved in wall rings, we used the shop wall rings, I tried to steal some wall rings, and I tried to make some on my own using a 3D printer, and that didn't work out very well either. But no, seriously, it's crazy, the idea that we would do this. But the reason we did this is because once I was done gemming all of everything else in Town Hall 15, I had a shockingly large number of gems left. And as you recall from that first episode, we started with 300,000 gems. Now, the reason I have 300,000 gems is thanks in part, in majority, to Supercell being so picky about their games. If you have been watching the channel, you know that Clash Quest was recently discontinued, and Galadon had spent a lot of gems in the beta release of Clash Quest. I ended up getting those gems transferred from the dead Clash Quest game to my account, this account in Clash of Clans, and it was over 90,000 gems. I will try to remember to put a link to that video up here so you can take a look. But then Supercell went and canceled Everdale, the other game that was also in beta. Many called it Foreverdale because it felt like you were never going to finish. But yes, I spent even more in that game. 124,000 gems transferred to this account. So that alone was 210,000 gems that was transferred from other games. The other 90 or so thousand gems, I guess I've purchased over the last couple of weeks, months, trying to build up a cache so that I would be ready for whatever came. And it turns out I was. So believe it or not, during this whole Gem to Max series, I never made any purchases outright of gems. We bought packages, you know, the Town Hall 15 defenses and the update packages that were there, and that was probably $250 worth of packages. Well, okay, plus the skins and the scenery. But yeah, that got expensive. But we didn't actually have to buy gems, and that was a good thing. And so what happened is right about here at 88 or 87 walls remaining, we were done. No more medals, no more rings, no more means except for straight out spending gems. So we're going to keep track of how many gems I spend on these final 87 walls, beginning at 220,625 gems, and now going into the shop, clicking on the gems, and yes, filling my storages completely full of gold and elixir because it's going to be a little bit faster to do both. And then that's it. We're going to run through it and do the final 87 walls with purchased resources. So yes, just straight out gem spending. And of course, this is painful for many to watch, but here is the good thing, and there's several good things about this. First of all, like I said, I didn't have to go out and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars to buy gems right here during the update. We had those gems saved from previous spending sprees on even other games. Okay, so now we did do 2 polls on Twitter, and I realized that it was kind of tacky to do 2 different polls, but the first poll was screwed up because I put in 3 different choices, and the third one was go free to play, which obviously isn't going to happen, so the true results weren't reflected in that one, which was most players said gem everything to max. I put out a second poll that only had 2 possible answers, either gem everything to max or all but walls, and I said I would donate the money to charity that I would have spent on gemming the walls if the choice gem all but walls wins, which it did. But to my surprise, we didn't need to buy gems like I said, so we had the gems to get it done anyway. So everybody wins. A, Galadon wins by still being the gem to max master and doesn't tarnish his reputation by failing to gem to max. 2, the people that wanted to see the pain and suffering of gemming walls get it, and C, the people who wanted charity giving are going to get that as well. And I can tell you again, this is thanks to you guys using code Galadon, and a special extra huge thank you to my Axe Club members. They are channel sponsors, Brian and Winson. In addition, we had a bunch of other supporters help out, like James B, John K, Stanton W, Kristen S, Tom B, Nate D, Kelly Joe, James H, Austin S, and yes, Kristen's Scott. All of you guys and so many more really made a difference, and there's no way that these crazy gem to maxes would continue to happen if it weren't for you. Now, we did finish the walls back there somewhere while I was blabbing away, if you want to go back and see, but there it is. All builders free, fully maxed out. We started with 220,625 gems. We ended with 61,003 gems, so that means we spent 159,622 gems on walls, which is a cost at $100 per 14,000 gems of $1,140 US. So I decided to give the money in chunks to 4 different charitable organizations. All right. So the first, I sent $250 to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospitals, and you can see that right on the screen. Very good organization. The second donation, also $250, went to FisherHouse.org. The Fisher House Foundation builds comfort homes where military and veteran families can stay for free of charge while a loved one is in the hospital. They are one of the highest rated veterans charities in the United States. Donation number 3 for $290 went through cuddly.com to a local 501c3 Beagle Rescue Charity. Yes, we do have a rescued beagle, and if you've heard, there were recently 4,000 beagles that were rescued, and they all need extra help. And then for the final $350, those of you that have been watching the channel for a while may know that I used to be a representative to the United Nations while I lived in New York City for a non-governmental organization, an NGO, that was also a 501c3 humanitarian charity. I chose 3 of their programs for the Philippines, Haiti, and Sierra Leone to help children who need sponsorships there, and that brought the grand total of charity donations to $1,140, or the same as the amount of gems that we spent on those stinking walls. Thank you, Yellow Fam, for your continued support. Thank you for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. You know I love, think about, appreciate every single one of every single day, so get out there, make the best of the rest of your day, week, month, year, be kind to the people, animals, of the planet. I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks. Galadon, what about your donation to Peter $17 Save the Gym Box organization? Well, 504D9 or whatever?